What is up, Trading Card Gang? If you're seeing me here, you know that something happens with the video. And just like usual, I forgot to do something. I redid my computer, and usually I have all the audio layers separated, and I didn't, so there's a lot of echoing from Sean's side because it was recording my computer sounds and the Discord chat at the same time. And there's nothing I can do about it because it's all in one layer, and we don't have time to re-record the episode and fix it for this week or next week because we're both just extremely busy for the next couple weeks. So sorry if you don't want to listen to the echoing. I understand. Otherwise, yeah. Hopefully you'll enjoy the episode, and we should be all set and fixed after next week's episode. All right, enjoy, guys. What is up, Trading Card Gang, and welcome back. We're doing another remote video, and today we are going to talk about our each of us's top 5 Pokémon games.
Yeah, you guys, welcome back. You guys tired of us by now? Well, hey, we're back to bother you again with our top 5 Pokemon games from our personal favorites. Just the top 5.
That's what I just said. But yeah, so top 5 from each of us, so 10 in total. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, so you get more riveting content like this that we're about to give you right now.
We're on that road to 50. We're at 31 now. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support.
So I'm gonna start. I'll start, I guess. So my number 5 for me is gonna be Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
The first Pokemon game I had and played. It does have some fond memories with it, but over those 5 that I've picked, it is my least favorite of them to play now because the mechanics are just so old.
Yeah.
It's tough to come back to and play in this day and age when all the other games just play so much smoother and better.
Can't blame you there. Yeah, going back, it doesn't age well. Going back to the red and blue, and yellow, the OG first gen. All right, my number 5. My number 5 is going to be Pokemon Stadium for the N64. I'll be honest. I haven't played through many of the main Pokemon games, but growing up, I played a lot of Pokemon Snap and Stadium and the N64 versions. A lot of fun. Just very fun memories of playing with my friends that era of the N64 in the late 90s, early 2000s of the local multiplayer, and just that game just has a very I love that love the battles and it was all OG first gen Pokemon. But it was just fun.
I'm surprised you put it so low on your list when you are dying for us to do a Let's Play around this.
Yeah, but it's not my favorite. It's fun, but it's not my favorite out of the 5.
It was cool back in the day, but it's a very subpar game overall.
Yeah, it was fun at the time, at the moment it came out, and I heard there's leaks of a port over to the N64 expansion pack for Switch Online, but we'll see.
Yeah,
That'd be because they don't have any Pokemon games for the Switch Online. But yeah, not to get off on a tangent here, but what's your number 4, Kyle?
My number 4 is moving up one small amount there and going Pokemon Yellow. I do like Yellow a bit more. I have played it like 2 or 3 years ago again. It's a little bit better. I mean, it's the same mechanics as Red and Blue completely, except for the fact that you don't get to choose your starter. And yeah, it's nice because you got Pikachu following you, and it makes you feel more like you're a part of the TV show, even though it has nothing to do with the TV show.
follows you around, and it was like the start of a Pokemon following you, and you interact with Pikachu, and he had little faces, and he showed you if he was happy or sad or whatnot, depending on his HP and your like connection to him and stuff like that.
Right.
It was really cool.
Yeah, you recently played that for the in your Super Nintendo, right? The what's that cartridge called? The Super Game Boy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get it to work, the Super Game Boy. So,
Yep.
and it was just the game that I had sitting there, so I kept trying to get it to work, and eventually I got it to work. So, yeah, I resuscitated my Super Game Boy. And then I started playing other games in it. I wasn't even playing Pokemon Yellow, it was just the game that was there because it was sitting there on my table.
Nice. All right, so my number 4 is actually going to be the red version, and I know we might get some hate for this, but I totally agree with Kyle how it doesn't hold up today. It doesn't age well. I just remember I do have that game still today. Great, it's in great condition, pristine condition. It's fun. It was fun back in the day. The first gen. I remember beating it, but definitely it's just the maps are too. The map is too large and big map, and it's just a little frustrating to get through, in my opinion. But it's definitely a classic. That's why it's on my top 5.
I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't say the map is that big. I mean, it's not that crazy, but I can see how it can be frustrating to get through.
Navigating. It's
Especially
I should say navigating.
You're not certain on where to go next all the time. I mean, most of the game is fairly linear, but there are a few parts of the game where it's kind of like you're not quite sure where to go next. So I do understand that. And it's also frustrating when you have to put an HM on one of your Pokemon so you can get through something. Then you put that Pokemon in the box because you think you're done. And then you go into like a cave, then all of a sudden you need strength or something like that, so you have to go back or change to another one of your Pokemon, and it's such a pain in the butt.
So I should say navigating. It's not the map that's. You're right. It's not the map that's too big. It's navigating back and forth and the time you have to put into that game to progress. I should say.
It's definitely grindy. It's very grindy. Older Pokemon games are way grindier than newer Pokemon games for sure.
Yeah, but it definitely has a soft spot in my heart. When I had my Game Boy Color, I got it, I believe I was like 8 or 9, around that age, almost 10, 8, 9, 10, around that age. But that was one of the first games I got, along with Super Mario Deluxe, Mario Brothers Deluxe. But I had fun with it. I would definitely want to play it on the big screen. I know they redid them with the Fire Red.
Yeah.
Yep. So if I do replay it, it would be probably that version. Or if Kyle can get his Team Kyle can get his shit together and get the Super Game Boy working, maybe I'll get over there and get over there and try that out. But I'm just joking around. But yeah, but
it works fine. Man.
All right. So, wow. Okay, on to number 3. So how about number 3 for you?
It's gonna be for me the Pokemon trading card game online.
Really, we have the same. Really, we have the same number 3. Of course, we have the same number 3.
But we discussed ours. Mine is the trading card game online. What? Anyway, the trading card game online, the one where you were able to you could buy cards, or you could when you buy physical cards, they give you a code card in the pack. You redeem that code card in the game online. It gave you that pack to open, and it would give you different cards in the pack versus the one you had live. But it was really cool to do that. You could trade with people, all sorts of stuff. Pretty cool. It's getting shut down soon, but and a better, putting quotations that you can't see, air quotes, better version of the trading card game online is coming out for mobile and on PC, Mac, and all that stuff. Eventually, it was supposed to come out like
Yeah.
a year ago, and it still hasn't come out. But yeah, it's fun. You get to play the actual trading card game. You play other people online. You can build decks, stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm sorry. Mine is actually different version, but we had some fun playing that when it was out on PC online.
Yeah, I mean it's still out. It's just, I mean, it's gonna be shut down soon enough once the other
I
one
hope
is
they-
actually out.
I hope the other one matches the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That game is. I was playing that the other day too. Very. If it's similar to that game online, I'll be happy.
Nice.
But anyways, my number three. Unless you have anything else to add on the trading card. All right, my number three is also the Pokemon trading card game, but it's the original for Game Boy Color. For Game Boy. I recently replayed that, put some time into it when it came out on the. I have it for my 3DS, and I bought it on the eShop. But lovely Nintendo, you have to. The games don't merge over to my Switch, so I do have to play it on my 3DS, which not the end of the world. Occasionally, I play my 3DS still.
Yeah,
It's
Nintendo
just
doesn't. Nintendo makes you buy everything every time. They don't believe in
No.
getting anything.
No, they want
going
you.
on one and onto another. It's not a thing they allow. It's not a thing they care about because they believe that their stuff is worth your money every time.
They want you to rebuy it. They want you to reinvest.
Yes.
And but luckily I still have the 3DS original 3DS XL with the limited edition. I think it's Pokemon X and Y limited edition. Love that console. But anyways, about that game, to get back into that game, it's just fun to play the basic Pokemon card game. You start off with a few packs, similar to the version online, but you progress through the game, just battle different trainers, and it's a great way to learn the card game if you or just to practice. So that's mainly why it's on my list.
I mean, it uses extremely old rules though, so it's not great
Yeah.
practice compared to the game today.
It just reminds me of the.
Different.
It reminds me of the old school Pokemon when it first came out, the card game. But I didn't really battle that much when I was little, but in the late '90s. But I guess you're right about the rules. But it's just fun to play that. It's very good console, handheld console Pokemon game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have an actual physical copy of the game.
Yeah, you do. That's right. That's right. But I got it on 3DS because it's backlit. Maybe eventually I'll. There's no point for me to get it on my Switch. I'll just play it on my 3DS when I feel.
Because
Yeah.
you can't get it on your Switch unless you jailbreak your Switch.
Oh, I thought you could.
No. There's like
It's separate.
there's no Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance or any of those on the Switch as of right now. There's rumors that they're coming.
Yeah, I didn't even think
nothing.
of that. Yeah.
The only things that are on there is the Super Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, the N64, and the Sega Genesis. That's it, and it's those games that they give you. There's no options to buy other games, and there's no options to transfer games or anything like that. It is literally just what
Yeah.
they give you on the ecosystem for the Nintendo Switch. That's it. If you want to buy other games, you gotta buy a Wii U, and then you can buy the games from there, but the server's down, so you can't buy them anymore.
Forget that. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's only
At
on
least I think
3DS.
the server's down. And then
forget
3DS
it.
servers are going down soon, so you won't be able to buy any games on the 3DS soon enough either.
That's alright. I don't play my 3DS that much anyway. Just go back to those games from the eShop. But yeah, it's dumb the way they make you. They don't let you carry your library over to the new console.
Yeah,
Whatever.
'cause
whatever.
they're hungry when it comes to
Yeah.
their titles.
Well, thank you. I didn't even realize that, but I didn't even search for the Pokemon games on on Switch eShop, I should say.
Because
All right,
there's
well,
no
going on.
eShop. I don't know where you come up with this idea, but there's no eShop. The eShop stopped on the 3DS.
For the e-store, what's it called? On
It's
Switch?
called the Nintendo Online. The Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
store. Yeah.
Switch
the
store,
Pokemon
yeah, I
games
keep
you can
thinking-
find there
Yeah.
is Hey You Pikachu, or not Hey You Pikachu.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon, the Pikachu and Eevee ones. Arceus.
Yeah, the new one that just
Sword
came
and
out.
Shield. What was it? Diamond and Pearl remakes, and you can probably pre-order Scarlet and Violet. Oh,
And
the
the
Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. Yeah, Pokemon
And
Snap.
that's
I
it.
need to.
That is all
I need-
that's on this store, the online store.
Yeah. I need to get Snap, the new Snap.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway,
But,
I've gone off on a
right,
major
no-
tangent here.
Yeah.
Done talking about the game that you said nothing about really, except for the fact that it's on the 3DS.
On to the next. All right, number 2.
So my number 2 is Black number 2. The sequel to Black from Black and White. One of my favorite generations. I didn't actually like the game at first because it basically felt like the exact same game as the first one, and it took me a while to get into actually playing it. I remember buying it, I was hyped for it. I was like, oh, this is cool, sequel, and they updated all the stuff, and there's a whole new story, and takes place a couple years later after the original game. And at the first, it feels like the exact same game for like the first 3 gyms, I think.
Yep.
And once you get past that, which I think I played up to like the first 2 gyms, and then I just was like, I can't play the same exact game that I just was playing. Like, what the heck? And I came back to it like maybe a couple months later. It's like, I'll give it another shot, and I just kind of like plowed through a bit, and then it finally got to where like the story really does pick up and starts to change, and it became one of the best. It's got some of the coolest like themes to it. The enemies are awesome. There's a lot of depth to all the characters. There's some really crazy like pixel art animation stuff that goes on in that one, and it's a really awesome game to play.
I have not tried that. Have not tried that. I need to check it out. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Definitely sounds badass. All right, my number 2. All right, down to the top 2. So my number 2 is Pokemon Snap, the OG for the N64. As I mentioned earlier, this came out during the N64, the late '90s era of Pokemon games. I just love playing through that. My fond memories of shooting those apples and riding down that track. Taking all the snapshots of the first gen. Definitely, just such a cool idea of catching the photos. This is before smartphones, before people could take, before Pokemon Go. This is in your living room with your buddies, just going down that track and getting collecting those photos, and just a fun game. Have not played it in years, so definitely need to replay it. I do own it; it's in great condition. But yeah, definitely on my list to replay. Hopefully, it comes to the Switch expansion for Switch Online N64.
Eventually, like 10
but-
years from now.
Yeah, at this point, I don't want to go off on a tangent of how they're so random. At least we're getting new games every month or so. But yeah, that's my number 2, and all right, on to number 1.
So my number 1 is my favorite remake of one of my favorite Pokemon games, and that is Soul Silver.
Oh, the Gen 2, yep.
Yep. So Soul Silver, the remake of Silver.
Mhm.
I that was when I finally was really getting back into Pokemon. I've played basically all the mainstream Pokemon games at this point. But I had fallen off for a bit. I didn't play when they first came out. I didn't play Diamond and Pearl and Ruby and Sapphire. I didn't play originally when they first came out. I played them after I played Soul Silver.
Right.
And Soul Silver was where I finally was getting back into Pokemon because it was the remake of my favorite Pokemon game and my last game that I had originally played for a long time for Pokemon, which was Silver. And does it really stand up to today? Not so much. I got a lot of the same kind of compliments as like I could for Blue, except it still plays better than like the old Silver and Gold games, because they had improved on certain things that wasn't in the original game or stuff like that. It's mostly like the original game, and it's still one of my favorites. It's got the best legendaries in it. I loved the day-night cycle stuff. That was always awesome, and it was always, reflecting actual, time that you had set on your system. And yeah, it's great. It was on the DS, so they added some stuff where it was like not clogging up the top screen because all like your menu stuff was on the bottom screen. And it's a clean, awesome game, except for that Miltank can still suck my dick.
All right, we know how you feel about Miltank now. I'll get you a Miltank. I'll get you a big Miltank plush to put on your to sleep with at night. All right, but my number one. You guys might think I'm crazy. You might not see this coming. But Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color. I had so much fun with this game growing up. Just a basic handheld pinball game, and you can, as you progress, you catch the Pokemon and collect them, and you have a Pokedex like the main games. Just so much fun. Just a basic concept of a pinball machine. And it looked great on the console, on the Game Boy Color. The graphics at the time doesn't really, it's an older handheld, so it doesn't really match up today, but definitely looked great in color, and it did have that rumble feature took like one AAA battery, and it had like the little rumble built into the cartridge for the Game Boy. So that game is definitely a hidden gem for the Game Boy. It's I don't know who else would have that on their top, their list for top 5, but such a fun game. It's so addicting. You would be surprised if you picked that up today. I played it recently when we did a couple that past video a month or so ago when we went over our top. I showed off my Game Boy collection. I replayed it, put a couple hours into it, a couple nights here and there. But yeah, that's my number one, and it's just fun to just a basic pinball game, and you get to still collect the Pokemon too, which is fun. You catch them in the as you rank up in the pinball score. So yeah.
Only Sean would put pinball. This is number one of all the Pokemon games.
Yeah, like I said, you might think I'm crazy. But yeah, comment below what you think of that. If you agree with me, or I'm going to get a lot of hate.
Okay, well, there goes all our subscribers. Anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Forget the 50. We lost 31 subscribers. We're down to 0.
Yep. Well, I hope you guys like this list. Let us know if you agree with it. What's your top 5 in the comments down below? And
thanks.
Get subscribed.
Thanks, guys, and comment below your favorites. And sorry for that tangent about the Switch store, but other than that, hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
All right, see you guys.